Head over to miniaturemarket.com where they have thousands of board games at discounted prices, and you can sign up for product alerts. Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today you're going to be building your own land from a bunch of suites and getting all these different cards and locations and building up your area. Today we're taking a look at Sweetlandia. This is sort of a tableau building game with a little bit of blind bidding. Let me show you how it works. I'll see you on the other side. Sweetlandia is a tableau building game that has some bidding where you're going to be trying to win these different cards, and some of them are going to give you points in all sorts of different ways. Each round a certain amount of cards will come out depending on the amount of players, and 2 public open goals will be worth a certain amount of points. Like you'll score 6 points if you end up with no red locations, or you'll get 10 points if you own 5 locations worth 2 or more donuts. Each player gets some bidding cards that they'll use to secretly bid, and notice the difference of the numbers. The lower the numbers, they'll actually give you points if you bid with them because you're less likely to get the card that you really want. Plus, everyone each round will get their own secret private goal, like in this one, own a river, mountain, and a forest, and we'll get 9 donuts if we do so, which are essentially points. So based on that, each player is going to select a secret bidding card. And starting with the one that bid the most, they'll get the first choice, and you can see who it is by what specific type of card it is. Like this player's deck is all cookies, for example. And so you're looking to do this to make both the public goals and your private one. Like one of ours, we needed a river, a mountain, and a forest. Well, this one's a river. This one counts as a river and a forest. I'd love this one. This would be my favorite one. Maybe no one else wants it. Maybe they do. You got to figure out, look at what they've gotten so far this round and what they might be going for with this to try to think about what they might be going for to figure out how much you might want to bid. But one card at a time in order for who bid the most. We'll pull these. Let's say we did get the one we really wanted. Great. Then you'll refill up the display, and you'll continue doing this until you've gone through 5 rounds of bidding. So this might look like my tableau at the end of the round. I've got a river and a forest, and I got a mountain. So this is going to allow me to get the 9 points here. Now some of the cards will do different things, like gain an additional 3 donuts if you have a river. I do, so it gives me another 3 points in addition to the 2. Gain plus 2 donuts for each of your other roads, but unfortunately I didn't have any other roads. This one is everlasting because at the end of the round, all the cards go away, but the ones that say everlasting will stay. Then everyone will evaluate these. Own 5 locations with 2 or more. I did not get that. And then this one said own no red locations, and I did end up with one, but it was the only way I was actually going to score my private goal, which actually was worth more points than this. And this gave us 4 in addition to the one that I got. So it was a trade-off, and those are the types of things you think about. So that's pretty much it. We'd get rid of all the cards except the everlasting, and we would start over a new round, but you would pass all of your bidding cards to the player to your left because they're all slightly different. Like this one might be 22, the one next to me, they might have a 23 or a 21. That's why they're slotted in different numbers. You'll simply just play 3 rounds. Whoever has the most points at the end is the winner. All right, Sweetlandia. First of all, the art in this game is absolutely adorable. The cards in this game are just beautiful. I love looking at them, looking at the details of all the different locations. It's definitely going to be aesthetically pleasing on the table for sure. I like the sort of the blind bidding of this is very similar to one of my favorite sort of bidding games, light bidding games, For Sale, where players have cards and you're playing them face down and then you're flipping them up and you're bidding. Whoever has, you know, the highest is going to get the first choice and things like that. But in this case, you don't necessarily know exactly what numbers the other players have. You just know that every player's deck is slightly different. But I like that aspect where you're like, and the numbers are sort of spread out in that way. So the bidding aspect works really well. And also that bidding, once you're done with the round, you pass your bidding cards to the next player. So you're not just stuck with the same exact distribution of cards each round. Yours slightly change, and that kind of keeps things mixed up as well. I like that you're trying to, it's basically a set collection game. Bidding, get cards, set collect, use the abilities, try to get things together with the goals. So, you know, the set collection aspect works here well. I like that you have both public goals that everyone's shooting for, but you also have a hidden goal that you're trying to go for. I always like that in games, and it works well here. They're using a bunch of good mechanisms in a very simple, streamlined way with aesthetically pleasing art. It's kind of like a whole package here. This game is easy to teach. I mean, it's really easy to get to the table. This is a very light, quick, sort of 20-minute game. The goals itself. Now, on the negative side of things, some of the goals can feel swingy with less players for sure, where there's sort of like not enough options, where it might be like, oh, you know, maybe this one if you have 3 or more blues. Well, you know what? With just smaller player counts like 2, there might not be enough cards that come out to even have possibly even gotten that goal. Just because, there's less cards out there and such. So sometimes the goals could feel a little swingy with less players because you just don't have enough options. And I would have liked to have seen the player aids, have some player aids that have sort of the bidding distribution. Because if I know that the person next to me has like the cookie cards and I have like the ice cream cards, I'd like to know, well, you know what? I've got a 33 left, or I've got a 14. And I've got to go, and I would like to know, does the player next to me have a 13 or a 15? If they have a 15, I might go the next card up. But if they have a 13, then I might play the 15, So I wish you could kind of like know which ones the players have. That would have kind of been a nice little thing. But other than that, if you're looking for a quick, short, breezy, cool-looking thing that looks nice on the table, that you can play quite casually, but there's still enough going on that you still got to think here and there, but a nice little breezy filler that looks cute in small package, then you want to check out Sweetlandia. Game Toppers not only transforms your existing table to a high-quality gaming solution, they now offer full leg kits and dining cover solutions for the full table application. Paired with their amazing, thematic, premium stitch edge mats from noted board game artists like Vincent Dutray, collapsible cup holders, and really cool accessories, it's a complete system that upgrades every game you play. Go to GameToppersLLC.com or click the link below.